Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk specifically to the bands that might be out there, the band leaders, the musicians, and so on. We'll start off with a little story. I got an email over the weekend. I'm sure a lot of the more seasoned musicians have gotten the same email time and time again. But this one was offering to me, bestowing upon me this great opportunity. An opportunity where I pay $400 US to put a song onto a compilation. A compilation that consists of other musicians that have also paid $400 to put their own song onto this compilation. In return, I get 10 free CDs. That is correct, 10 free CDs. What a steal. With the promise, of course, of greater and greater opportunities in the future, right? So they're like, put your song on our thing, labels be interested, agents, tours, etc. We've had Deicide on these compilations. We've had Dark Funeral on these compilations. We've had fucking, who else did they mention? Fucking Creator, Obituary, Epica, Death, Loudness, Devilment. Amazing. And they're going to feature two famous major bands on this compilation, but they didn't mention who. They're also printing apparently 3,000 copies with artwork from some dude in Brazil. It's mastered in France. CD manufactured in the United States with high quality and, you know, asterisks or whatever. Since 2007, we are connected with serious labels, bands, media. Yeah. And even their testimonials I thought were really funny. I'm going to actually... hang on, I'll share my screen here. If you can't tell, this is obviously a scam. If you're not familiar with how the music scene works, there are charlatans, there are snake oil salesmen, basically around every corner of the world. But yeah, let me show you my screen here. So yeah, this is the email I got here. Hopefully it doesn't show too many of my information. So I won't scroll up too much. I'm also not going to name and shame whoever sent this to me, but I thought the testimonials were really funny, so I just wanted to read them. We got one from Relapse that says, "We've been putting them in our mail orders, so hopefully people are listening." Century Media says, "Thanks so much for sending them." The End Records says, "We did receive the compilations and passed them on to our clients." Moribund said, "We received the pack the day after our last email. All is here, and we've officially given half away." It's really funny. So yeah, here are the offers here. If your song is 3 minutes long, you can get it for $275. Send the funds via my Wise account. So you're not getting anything that you can, you know, get returned ever. But yeah, basically the whole idea is you send the money, they make these compilations that they send out to labels that they then put into other orders or whatnot, with the hope that somebody will listen to your song and be like, oh, what is this band? I'm going to go check out this band online. It doesn't really work like that. What you're paying for is the production of the CDs and for them to make a profit. Since they don't make money on the CDs themselves, they are making money off the bands themselves, right? They say they're going to make 3,000 copies. The actual cost of making those copies is probably about $2 to $3 per CD. If you've got, I don't know how many people they've put on these compilations. They've done 18 of them. Or this is the 18th one. Anyway, the whole point is to get the bands to pay for them. They're going to send you 10 copies, and then the compilations go out to whoever. If they actually go out there, and if they actually send the amount that they're talking about. It is a scam. Basically, what all they're doing is turning a profit on bands. That's really it. And the expectation that you'll get anything back from them is so minimal that it honestly doesn't matter. Like, people will pop in a compilation CD, listen to it once, and be like, oh, that was cool, and then either chuck it on the shelf or chuck it in the garbage. Like, people are not going to care about these compilation CDs at all. And I myself have contributed to a number of compilations, I typically do them as like a charity thing. Generally, if the cause itself is quite nice and I like the idea behind it, then I'll maybe contribute a track. However, I don't pay to be on these compilations, and B, these are generally people that I trust. I have been burned a couple times doing compilations, so you really have to be careful about who you're working with and whether they're vetted. So be really careful. There are lots of scams like these. There are lots of ones where they're offering PR services or they're offering interviews. If it sounds too good to be true, it generally is. I would even say be careful with record labels, record deals, where you are also paying money for production of CDs or any of that kind of stuff. Generally speaking, they should be paying that money themselves. Any situation where somebody is saying that you need to pay to get something from me, you need to be careful. Especially a lot of these scam record labels, they rely upon your naivete, whatever. They're relying on the fact that musicians are dreamers. They are exploiting your childhood dreams for cash. And they will offer you the world, but a lot of it does not come back like that, right? I've been approached about certain labels where they'll say, hey, we'll sign you, we'll make the CDs, you gotta pay the upfront cost for making the CDs, right? And then it's like, okay, well, if I'm paying for CDs, what are you offering in return? And generally speaking, the idea is that what a label needs to pay for is marketing, and they should pay for the production cost of a record, ideally. Some of the smaller records obviously won't be able to pay production costs, but they should at least handle the material physical copies of the record, right? Because otherwise, if I wanted to pay $400, I could make my own CDs and I could just as easily send out a bunch of emails. You don't know what you're going to get in return. So stay vigilant, and I will see you in the next one. Deuce.